I'll wait till I'm more confident. Who am I to tell you what to do? Once they find out about me, I'm going to be exposed. They're probably more successful than me. I don't want to sound salesy. I don't want to bother them. I'll get back to them later. I don't want to do that. How does this show up for you? There are things called the imposter syndrome. There are things that we take for granted that are insecurities at times. But we look at this and we almost hold ourselves back from being successful. And let me ask you this: how does this show up for you? How does this show up in your business? How does this show up in your career, your future, your sales career, your leadership, what have you? Things like not asking for business. You undervalue what you are. You undervalue your service. That conviction isn't there, and it's not portrayed. We almost have commission breath instead of, gosh, what if they find us out? You over explain things. We try to feature dump and dump all these things on them of how great we are, and we're not confident in what we do. And it's holding us back. You hesitate to follow up because you know what? They'll reach out eventually, or that's just what's going to happen. And let me ask you this. So let's take a different spin, not just leadership or not just sales, but in leadership as well. You avoid tough conversations. You keep things too close to the chest. We don't want to be vulnerable. We don't want to ask for help. We don't want to do these things. You hesitate to make decisions because it's hard. We try to be respected. And it's almost like we stay small on purpose. We're in this middle management, or we don't stand out or do the meetings or hold the one-on-ones or do the things that help other people grow, because then that would expose us. And believe me, I used to be there. It could even be things, if you own your own business, that we don't raise prices or we don't market consistently. We don't want to put ourselves out there on social media. We don't ask for help. I look at it and go back to this, how it hindered me. There was stretches of my life, man, where I bounced from job to job. I literally thought after the first year or year and a half that they're going to figure me out now that I don't know the things. And I didn't realize it in the moment. And that's why I'm trying to bring it to you, because I hear so often coaching, doing what I do, that the best of the best struggle with insecurity. They struggle with that imposter syndrome. Are they good enough? Like, I made financial mistakes. I failed at relationships. Sometimes I probably drank too much, but that was covering up for it. Like, I was a single dad pretending to have it all together when I didn't. I wasn't even close to having it all together. And we see this shows up at times if you're the person, or you know that person, that when you're sitting in meetings or you're in front of somebody and somebody asks you, do you understand? And you're like, yep, yep, yep. And you walk out and you have no clue, no clue. Instead of simply asking the question. So let me give you a few ways to really look at this and understand it. Imposter syndrome is simply the fact of you feel like you don't know enough, or you feel like you're not educated enough, or you don't know more than the person you're talking to or the person you're sitting in front of. And how to overcome this at times is simply by asking questions. But there's ways now that you recognize it. And every single person, I will promise you this, needs to learn more. You need to know more. Every person that you look at that you might deem successful, or they have it all together, or they're just special, they're not. They have spent time and again educating themselves, developing themselves, getting in front of people, making themselves uncomfortable, having uncomfortable conversations. And the reason that is because it's practice. It makes us better as a person. It makes us better within our job. It makes us better as a leader. It makes us better as a spouse. It makes us better in every aspect of everything that we do. It is a habitual thing. It is a habit that we can create. We can either shy away from it and stay where we are, or we can live into these things and have these conversations at times, or put ourselves out there, if you will. It could be even something as in public speaking at the same time, where we don't want to put ourselves out there. We don't want to do that. But the more you do it, the better you get. Okay. So how do we overcome these things? Say, So call the voice what it is, the voice of intuition. It's not wisdom. It's our fear trying to protect us. Just name it. You don't have to negotiate with it. You don't have to ask it for permission. You don't have to do it. Once you start doing it, you're going to see that you do it more and more and more and more. Stack evidence, not emotion. Insecurity lives in how we feel. The confidence is built in the proof. It comes in the things that we do day in and day out. Who did I help today? What did I help somebody with? What did I follow up on? What is something I did that was out of my comfort zone that I thought about but did it anyway? Those are confidence anchors. How did I do it? Even though there was, despite the discomfort that was going to come with it, the more you build that up, the more you continue to build that up. Borrow the confidence through structure. Structure creates clarity. Structure creates accountability. Structure creates reps. Structure creates perspective. It creates this force, this action, this system, this thing that we continuously do on a day-to-day basis. It just simply, honestly, it makes us better. Really is what it does. Your life, yeah, I'll tell you this too, man. Your life is going to get way easier because you're going to build this thing up that starts to happen. Okay. So listen to this one. Listen to this one. Stop waiting to feel ready. That's what holds so many of us back, is we just wait to feel ready. You don't get confident from not doing it. You get confident from actions. Actions build confidence. Confidence has to catch up to what you are doing. And the more you do it, time and time, the more reps you put in, the more you put yourself out there and do the thing, the more conversations you have. I know it's hard up front. I understand that. And this goes with anything. I don't care if you're asking somebody out on a date. It's hard. But the more you do it, the better you're going to get. I don't care if it's making that sales call. I don't care if it's asking for referral. I don't care if it's having that conversation with a fellow leader or somebody that you lead. I don't care if it's a workout. I mean, you can list any number of things, and maybe that's what you should do, is list all the things that you struggle with at times, just to lean into, because it's fear is all it comes down to. Your story doesn't disqualify you. Every single person on this planet has stuff. We've all been through something at some point in our life that we have felt inadequate or that may hold you back. Here is what your story does, whether you think so or not. So hear me here. It connects you. When you connect to a person, you're helping them. Inevitably, you are helping them. That is your truth. They follow that truth. They follow that consistency. They follow that leadership, because if you can do it, they can do it. I'm going to repeat that one as well. When they see that you did it and you got through it, they can do it. This is the very way that we start to beat imposter syndrome. We start to beat the insecurity. We start to push through these things, and you become the person you want to be. You become the business person, the salesperson, the leader, the spouse. You become that person because you're doing the things to push through, and it's going to make you stronger. Ask your leader, ask the person beside you, ask the person you deem successful, ask me. I have been through some stuff, and what has made me more confident and not have that insecurity or imposter syndrome is because I've gotten through the stuff. You have it. You just have to recognize it. You just got to be willing to do it.